rather than anything supernatural. What do you think? Do you think this is just a series of staged videos to just build up a following on social media? I find that unfortunately is what makes this ever so hard to believe now. With everyone pretty much chasing clout by any means necessary, we know that so much of this is fake for views. Yikes, well, we made it to the end of this video at least. I want you to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how much of a believer you think that I am after this, and also rate yourself. Let's see where you will stand after that. But either way, thank you so much for watching today's video. It was a warm-up for the Halloween special that I'll be releasing on the 31st of the month, since we are halfway through October already, which is wild by the way. If you did enjoy the video, please do drop a like on it and hit that sub button, as it goes a long way to help the channel out. But for now, stay well, stay safe, and stay curious. Until next time.